lot of talk around this Kyrie Irving and LeBron James ruins teams, and LeBron James, there has to be an issue with LeBron James. He's a problem. He's a cancer. I mean, let's look at the stats and stop all this bull crap. LeBron James is a once-in-a-generation player. And to be a great player, you know what you have to be, okay? Pardon my français. There's a little bit of assholeness that you need to have to be a great player. Let's get over it. If you're not going to be pity-pat, I love you. Next, let's go to our stars of the past, who I think are in the conversation for generational players. If we look at the 90s through now. There's 3 players on our minds. I'm showing one of them right now. Jeffrey Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and then LeBron James. These are the 3. Let's not argue. These are the top 3 players that we have. I'm sorry for Tim Duncan. I'm not putting him in here even though he is a great as well. I want to do this guard talk right now. As far as publicity-wise, Tim Duncan, I'm sorry, couldn't hold a fire to any one of these guys, and that's a shame. But again, was Michael Jordan the best teammate you could ever have? Pause. Was Kobe Bryant the best teammate you could ever have? Pause again. See, sometimes journalism is just there to talk. And some of their stuff, if you really step back and look at it, don't make any sense. LeBron James has rings on his fingers. What else does he need to say? Players got rings because of this man. He has changed teams when he's gone on those teams. Okay? Changed the team dynamic. Assembling an all-star team to bring him to the Miami Heat, who the previous season I think barely even made the playoffs, is a feat. That's a whole different case than Kevin Durant, who I'm not giving backlash because, no offense, Magic Johnson had a similar onslaught of powerhouses on his LA squad in the 80s. So did Larry Bird. Okay? That said, I want to look at the stats. NBA.com, beautiful resource. Top players. So why did I mention Kevin Durant? Well, he doesn't have the numbers yet. All right. But look at the all-time greats. And by the way, somebody's up there that no one really talks about. He only has one ring. It's Dirk Nowitzki. Okay. That said, Kobe Bryant, number 3 on the all-time list for games played. Let's go into points. 33,000 points. And yeah, isn't it surprising who's on top of him? Isn't that crazy? The mail just got in. I couldn't believe my eyes. Karl Malone has more points than Kobe Bryant. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Kobe Bryant, though, 3rd on the all-time list. Okay. Mike Jordan, right behind him. Okay. LeBron James on the current path with only 1,061 games played. Actually, that's about equal to Michael Jordan's total scope of. Ooh, look at that. Is on his way to surpass all of these totals. I think he'll reach Karl Malone by the time he's done, if he continues down this path. Be advised, LeBron James didn't come in as a scorer. He came in as a hybrid. Magic, Jordan combined. He's proven to be that and more. He's been a guard, forward, power forward for the team. I mean, he's done everything. Did these guys do everything on their teams? Let me explain to you what I'm saying here. If I go down and I look at rebounds, LeBron James, 77.06. He's already amassed more rebounds. Of course, he's 6'9". But I'm trying to give you the scope. Has amassed more rebounds than Kobe or Michael Jordan. Assists has already surpassed Kobe and Michael Jordan. Let's stop with this talk. Stop it. Steals. He's already close to surpassing Michael Jordan, but has already passed Kobe Bryant. Now, turnovers, I don't want to say that, but he surpassed Michael Jordan too. But, again, efficiency for field goals, 53.6%, is higher than Kobe or Michael Jordan, all those dunks he gets. I mean, let's really talk about, let me try the three-point percentage. He shouldn't be anywhere near, but he is. He's in the middle of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. He has more three-pointers made than Michael Jordan, which is another kudos to Michael Jordan because he did all this stuff with just 581 threes, which is unheard of. He's a spectacular mid-range player, as we know. But let's stop with this he's a cancer talk. Let's stop with this, he can't play with anybody. Let's be honest. Every team that he's been on, he's made players better. Every team that he's been on. I don't need to hear all this Kyrie Irving talk right now. Kyrie is, distraught. Kyrie wants to dough. Kyrie wants James Harden type of deal. I think if you look at his contract, actually, they're saying he may lose money if he leaves. I think if you look in the long run, he'll get it all back. Okay? He wants the James Harden. All right? He wants his own spotlight. And people can understand that. All right? LeBron going to the Lakers games didn't help to see Lonzo Ball. But you got to remember, LeBron James is also a basketball fan. I'm just sick of all of this talk about, LeBron James is a cancer for a team. LeBron James, destroys teams. If he gave you a ring, what else do we need to talk about? Pause. So what do you want, a nice player that doesn't give you a ring? That's not the game of basketball. If he gave you a ring means jewelry on your hand, championship, money for your town, all the money that he's brought in from a marketing perspective, all the folks that he's helped around him. I mean, you got to love LeBron James inside and outside of basketball. He's as good as a family man's going to get from an NBA perspective. Remember, these are guys making hundreds of millions of dollars a year by the time their career is done. Have you seen that much news on LeBron James? Pause. So I know people in the comments section are going to start to make comments. Stop riding coattails of LeBron James. I just got to get people's minds right. I lived the Michael Jordan era. To me, he is the best, if not the best, closing player and player to watch ever. If you missed that time period, I feel sorry for the young kids. It was a time of basketball that it was beautiful. There were stars on every team. It was incredible to watch Mike Jordan games. You know something special was going to happen. Just as it was with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was another player that, again, looked and emulated Michael Jordan. But as he said, he did a +1. He took it to another level. I think he did. But he didn't have near the impact, okay, that Michael Jordan and LeBron James had. I'll tell you why. And we never got to see it. Actually, I can say I'm wrong. I think Kobe Bryant with Gasol that year that he had did the same thing LeBron James did with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I think they're all in the same category. Let me pause myself. I was going to say he had better teams than LeBron James and Michael Jordan, but Jordan had Pippen. Jordan had Kukoc, okay? Everyone had the big three. They had their big three. Kobe had his big three. LeBron had his big three. I mean, this is how you would. This is the roadmap to getting a championship. So what separates all of these players, right? I think it's the fact that LeBron James does a lot more than just score. The one thing that kills LeBron James and why he's not considered the best basketball player of this generation is the fact that he can't close as well as Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. That's fact. Sorry. But if you take a look back at LeBron James' career as a high school 18-year-old coming into the league, King James, leading his team to the playoffs. The rosters he's had were more depleted than the rosters that Kobe and Mike had. He has been with several different players and elevated those teams to championships. Let's pause once again. The conversation is moot. Mike Jordan, Kobe Bryant are some of the greatest, if not 2, 3, as far as the greatest basketball players ever to live. Okay? But right now, in my mind, I know Wilt and Kareem there. I know there's other players there. I'm talking about generational, 90s forward. It's James. It's King James. He's the guy. Without a doubt, to me, is the best player. And statistics also tell me that he's the best overall player. Forget about my mouth. Statistics tell me that he's on his way to be the best player ever that we had in the NBA. He should catch Karl Malone, okay, who never run a ring. But, just to keep looking down, I want to shut it off and close it up. Again, I'm surprised. Dirk Nowitzki's up there, my friend. Very interesting. Tim Duncan's there. Paul Pierce is up there. The regulars. I wanted to show you guys something else real quick before I get off. The guy that they're talking about in trade talks all summer long has been Carmelo Anthony. He's number 25. Can you believe that? LeBron, 2 Hall of Famers on the same team? I want to see it. Kudos to LeBron James. I'm riding his coattails right now. Forget about all this Kyrie Irving talk. LeBron James is the GOAT. He'll make anyone better. Whoever he brings in, we're going to see the same thing. Peace out.